I'd like to issue an apology to Williams High School and to my family and friends who were all affected by this.
A Triad student is apologizing tonight for a destructive senior prank. Alamance-Burlington Schools says more than 80 students will not be allowed to walk at graduation because of vandalism at several high schools.
A majority of them go to Williams High School, where teens are accused of pouring cement into toilets and urinals. Damage is estimated in the thousands.
WFMY News 2's Amber Lake is in Burlington.
Guys, the next steps are simple. The 7 accused of causing the most damage are being charged with misdemeanors. The other dozens of students who were either involved in the pranks themselves or simply just on property will not be able to walk at their graduation.
I was the primary student involved.
A student comes forward.
I turned myself in
After a senior prank resulted in thousands in damage.
What I did and what we did was completely unacceptable.
Williams High School senior Solari says he was one of the main students involved in the damage to his school.
So it was a prank, and it definitely went overboard. In the moment, it's exciting. You got your adrenaline going, and so there wasn't a lot of thinking involved in this, obviously. But there was definitely a lot of regret after the fact as soon as we got out of the school.
Responding officers found that 8 toilets and 6 urinals had been filled with cement along with other damage inside. Because of this prank and some at other schools, now more than 80 students who were involved will not be walking at graduation.
I'm sending a message that we're not going to tolerate this type of behavior, and I'm hopeful that in years to come we won't be up here talking about this.
Yeah, of course it's disappointing, but I'm not in a position to complain about it. I think that not being able to walk is definitely, par for the course when I've done something like this.
Students like Solari who were involved in the most extensive damage are also facing charges. As for the other seniors who were either on property or involved in some way.
So if there's one thing that I could ask of the school board from this, I would ask that you reconsider not allowing all these children to walk just because of something that we did.
Those other students frustrated by the outcome.
I would just be in there. That was my involvement. I was guilty by association.
Sammy Hunt believes the punishment is not fair.
When we've worked hard for 12 years, especially the past 4 years, I've worked real hard, and the fact that I can't walk over one student, in fact that all of us can't walk. It's not just me at this point, it's like 70 other students. The fact that we can't, be there with our families and our friends and stuff, it's really upsetting.
If you're on one of our campuses after hours and without permission, you're trespassing. It's in our code of conduct. If you're damaging our building, whether it's vandalism or not, that's against our code of conduct.
I definitely was not thinking well in this, and this is an instance that, will be an isolated instance, will not happen again. And I think it serves as a good wake-up call that, it's time to mature up.
Solari told us that he got a summer job to help pay back some of those damage costs, and the school district said there were some underclassmen that were involved in these pranks as well. They're waiting to see what their punishment's going to be. Live in Burlington, Amber Lake, WFMY News 2.